Dr. Miles Reid.
Hello everybody, I missed you a lot. It was a very intense traveling summer for me, and but I'm very excited to. I want to introduce you to the evolution of perhaps my 20 years as professional work into this institute that my wife and I have founded. And I thought just to give you a little sense, because many of you know me for many years, and as you know, I travel a lot, and maybe some of you know I teach, and, but maybe I want to give you some context of the scope of what I do, a bit more personal, and how this came to be the Institute. It ties with my personal life, my personal inner growth, and so this is our new website. And Joe, I'm so sorry, this was contracted before you joined the group. It's been long in the works, otherwise we would have done it with you, absolutely. But this is our new Institute website. It's let's say a full rebranding, and the origin of this actually starts when I was a recent medical school graduate, and I came to the United States to specialize in complementary and alternative medicine. At the time, it was not that mainstream as it is today. I did not tell any of my colleagues, medical doctors, that I was planning to do this, because I was not going to be regarded highly. It was not seen as something that a real MD would go into. But I did want to, and when I came to Los Angeles, see, I was born in the United States, even though I have an accent, but I did my medical school in Argentina. Come from a family of doctors. I was very educated in high standards in academics. Graduated with high honors in medical school. And I met Carlos Castaneda. Many may have heard of him. He was a very known author and very enigmatic figure in the 70s and 80s. And it was a transformative experience to meet him. And he inspired me to go into Chinese medicine. And he had learned a tradition that came actually from the Americas, from Mexico, from ancient Mexico before the conquest. And he introduced me. I became one of his direct students. As a very unusual opportunity, and he was very difficult to contact and to even know him personally. And so I started directly under him. He inspired me to expand into Eastern medicine. And he taught me the tradition of this culture from our land, from actually all the way from the south of the United States and Mexico. And with he said the long-term plan was to make a bridge between ancient knowledge from the East, because the tradition that he had learned from Mexico actually had elements and influences from Chinese martial arts and Eastern thought, and bridge the Eastern thought, the shamanistic traditions and principles, but not in the way that we think of shamanism, like incantations and rituals and so forth, a very modern, stripped out of ritual and very pragmatic application of principles, right? How they can help us in our life, modern life today in the city. And then, because of my background, the missing third part of the link was to bridge Western medicine into that and form a body of practice that could be applicable for people to utilize the best of those different knowledges into something cohesive, which we call the being energy methodology. You see, our institute is called Energy Life Sciences because we position this as a many of the Ivy League university and medical centers in the US have centers for integrative health, centers for wellness living. It's a very trendy thing to have nowadays, and so our institute, in a smaller scope, models these centers for integrative health in the country, trying to bridge and integrate. That's the new trend in the times in medicine, is how can we do systems biology, how can we begin to, medicine has specialized to the nth degree in the last 5 decades, and now it's about, the trend now is how to reintegrate all the pieces and form a holistic view of the body. And that's the case in Western medicine, and clearly is influenced enormously by all the knowledge that's available now, different alternative modalities and so forth. Chinese medicine, acupuncture, can play a great role filling in gaps where Western medicine is precisely at its weakest and forms a very nice complement. And in my case, with my unusual upbringing, I bring also elements of the shamanistic, which mostly has to do with how we use our mind, how our thoughts and our images really influence our health. The way we think about ourselves, about stuff in the day, has an impact in our biology and how our body responds to healing, or how it enacts symptoms many times, not because there's a primary issue in the body itself, but it's a primary issue of our, let's say, our way of perceiving the world and our life, that then gets repetitive and kind of stuck and then begins to manifest in our body system. So how to use the way we think to help healing, right? And so here we are, this is our Life Sciences Institute energy, because we look at the level of energy in the body. Why, how things affect us, what things we do that our energy goes down. I mean, the word energy is now very mainstream. I use it in a very pragmatical way to refer to the, are we feeling the full drive of what I can do, both psychologically and also doing things, or am I feeling drained or trapped or contracted? So looking at what things in our health increase our energy and what things decrease it in us, to the objective of increasing our life experience, right? And science is because it is based on scientific proven methods, and then an institute because we do both things, clinical services, and of course acupuncture is a primary form of treatment, and in acupuncture, in the United States, the degree of acupuncture includes that you can prescribe herbs. So the use of herbs, and then there are principles in Chinese medicine of how to eat and so forth. And then there's also ways to how to touch your body in pressure points that you can activate different things. And there's many very useful points that you can press on yourself, and you can have headaches and congestion and allergies and nervousness and all kinds of things. So we also teach about how to understand our body in a different way. We use guided imagery, a way to use our mind to go into the body and affect different ways, organ systems. There's a whole area in neurobiology called psychoneuroimmunology that studies the way how our mind affects our body function. So, and this is, I'm not going to show you the website, it just is a little bit of a sense of the institute, what things that we're doing. And many of you, as you see, this is me and my wife, who is also the founder. We put together our clinic. Some of you may have been to the clinic. It's a beautiful location to really get you to unwind and relax. And here we have a lot of we have classes. We webcast classes worldwide. We have a studio where we webcast, and our classes are, some are daily, some are weekly, some are monthly, and they are translated simultaneously into Spanish and Russian. We have participants from over 20 countries that take the classes, and it's a very exciting thing to be connected worldwide. And as you see, I travel a lot. For example, just so you get to see, I'm going to Switzerland in October, in November to Argentina. I just came from Russia. In LA we have an event, and so it's the same day of the summer party. I can't believe it, but we've had this announced for many months, and so be it.
Cancel it.
I don't miss that. Can we move to the I left a flyer. Obviously, all of you guys is going to the summer party of the group, but maybe you can give it to someone else that is needing some healing, some really revamp. To the worldwide tradition. The worldwide tradition. because I just wanted to see a little more of the scope of what I do. I also teach this methodology, and we have instructors we have more than 120 teachers from 20 different countries that teach our method. Time?
Yeah.
Oh my Lord! Well, it's a very exciting thing, and I thank you all of you for the support, and please spread the word. And I give a $50 discount for anybody that you guys send this card that can take the retreat if they need some healing and health. And thank you very much.
So, Dr. Reid, what's a good tip for you? What are the things that we should be listening for that indicate that's a good tip?
Someone that is really feeling drained, can't focus well, can't perform at work. It's just life is really stuck. They want more energy, they want more vitalized, they want more health, and they want a big boost that will integrate all the areas of life. That's a great person that can help them.
I wonder if anybody here feels low energy